we started a network. We got together with a bunch of these younger channels and smaller channels that have been come on the scene in about the last year and a half, that have been making a splash. And we all have some really strong things to bring to the table, but everybody's kind of incomplete. And I felt we all were, and myself included. And we can benefit in so many different ways from a central platform where we can collaborate, co-stream, share resources. There's so many different things, positives that can come out of it. So I reached out to some of the people that we cover in Independent Left News and said, hey, what do you think about this idea? And everyone was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yep.
And so Indie News Network was born. We had our first conference call in mid-October. We started to plan out what this would look like and how this would be, and we're still forming it, and we're still getting things together. And the plan for our first network live stream as a group is we're hoping will be Monday night. We want to leave this weekend for FHL and for the General Strike Summit. We do have 5 of our members that are speaking at the summit, which is great.
Yep.
So you can see here on my screen, I've got a list of photos and channel names and people for all the people that are in here. But there's a lot of unique elements. So I will just go through this really quickly and read it because I actually wrote it. And I don't usually write very much stuff, but independent media is expanding almost infinitely on a weekly basis, it seems. New channels, new platforms, new personalities are constantly emerging, taking advantage of the latest technology. As an independent content creator, it's virtually impossible to keep up with it all. So in that vein, a group of us have recognized and decided that collaborating creates multiple opportunities, and combining our efforts can make us all better. So we're excited and proud to introduce you to the founding channels, people, and writers collaborating to form the Indie News Network. Each member already has their own established channels, shows, content, and fans, which they will retain, continuing to build and grow. Each network member will be able to co-publish and co-stream to the network channels whenever they go live, or upload a new video, or publish a new article, or a new podcast episode. Streamers can also use the network Substack to alert email subscribers when they go live and share a link to Twitter with the stream embedded. What do we have in common? Lots. We're all relatively new to indie content creation space. All started within the past 2 years. Some more recent than that. We all believe in uncorrupted representation. We're all anti-imperialist, anti-monopolistic, anti-fascist. We all challenge narratives and have seen that 20 multi-billion-dollar owned media behemoths control 95% of what America sees and hears, and went looking for the unbiased truth, free from the influence of big pharma, big banks, the military-industrial complex, and big tech. Well, almost free of big tech.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing exclusive network roundtables, frequency and daytime still to be determined. Stay tuned, really. And we'll be launching other network exclusive mashups, collabs with other networks like Fred Hampton Leftists and the MCSC network, and new shows. The plan at first is to have a presence on 9 platforms to start. So we already have channels set up on YouTube, Substack, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Odyssey, Rumble, and Patreon. Links to all the members' YouTube pages, Substacks, and or Medium. Seb Solomon has Medium and Twitter handles below. And I know Rob Durden did a video about this, and he introduced every one of the members. Again, I've been watching all of these channels and staying in touch and friendly with all of these folks. And I'm just so excited about everything I've seen. And just it's been amazing to see the collaboration, to see the work that people have put in already, the way that people have been meeting each other and going on each other's shows and having conversations and really helping all of us grow and become a force together, where INN really just arrived on the scene like week 1, and it's happened quickly, and it's been a lot of fun. So Robert Durden is he's a badass, man. He'll punch you in the mouth. He's a doctor, so he's been to medical school. He's got some pretty interesting takes and advice on COVID and the jabs, but he's got Political Fight Club, and you know the rule is you do talk about Political Fight Club. Really fun channel to watch. He's funny. He roasts people, but he also's got some strong takes on.
He did. When we first started talking to him, he went on stream with Branko talking about, like how networks should be brought together and stuff like that, and how they're not exploitative and all that stuff. Super good.
Yep.
Right. That was one of my, like, the guy's been killing it.
Yeah. He also talks about who's been moving up and down. I like he's doing these little kind of power rankings, and he talks about who's moving up, who's killing it out there, and who's really helping to change the narrative and to challenge what the corporate narrative is, and challenge the people that are out there trying to hold us down.
I popped the link tree in the chat for everyone if everyone wants to go there and
excellent. Yeah, if you go to
and stuff.
Yeah, you go to indieleft.network is the website. Find all the links and channels.
Click that link for me real quick. Right? See if that link actually works. Okay, it works for you. Why didn't it work for me? Weird. I had to go to the regular link tree to find it.
Oh, that's weird.
So, yeah.
That's no bueno. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, you see this is the Instagram friendly version in square format. Again, all these channels are set up already. we haven't really been posting enough to it, but starting to. We were pretty active on Twitter this weekend with the General Strike Summit so far, and plan to be tomorrow as well. But really excited about this. So the 16 members again are Robert Durden. We've got Tara Reid. Everybody knows who Tara Reid is. I don't think she needs any introduction. She's fantastic, and she got love for so good. Out
our friend the Dissident,
right.
Watching Haas. Hi, how you doing?
What's up, Hassan? So the Dissident put out a Substack this week that FHL put out, that Tara retweeted, and that Hassan quote tweeted, and all of a sudden we were off to the races. Okay, we've
unhappy.
Oh no, he's not unhappy. He's
a hug, big old hug.
He's doing just fine. He's not even worried about us. It's all good, man.
No.
So Elias Cepeda, he's an former MMA fighter, a writer, a trainer, a Substacker. He worked for Sports Illustrated. He's worked for some other large multimedia conglomerates, but now he's independent.
He was on with Savage Joy, and
and he was on with the stuff. FHL guys. I know he just did something with Left Reckoning as well. Then we've got Todd from Be the Change. He's just started streaming after the March for Medicare for All. I caught his first stream. He started doing. He mentioned something about Assange, and our Discord bot picks up anyone that does any kind of an Assange stream. And I was like, oh, let me check this guy out. And he's fiery, but he's got a lot of good knowledge, and he's got great takes, and he's reading a lot of the same articles that we feature in Indie Left News. Like, wow, this guy's really good. And I've seen him start to grow already, and people are really figuring out that he's got it. So I'm so proud to have him part of this, and that he decided to join us. So excited about that. Got Bess from Millennial Splaining. Again, she's doing a podcast for the most part, but they are doing also some YouTube videos and clips as well of episodes. I actually recorded an episode with her that I'm excited to hear. We talked, gosh, it was already probably a month or 6 weeks ago. So we'll see how that aged and what that looks like afterwards. I think it was actually even before I had asked her to become part of this network. And this didn't. Where is Reef from? Lucky Burrito's asking. Reef is from
Florida.
Reef is from Florida.
Yep.
So Reef is actually part of the network too. So you see his picture in there with a little Reefer After Dark logo. So Reefer is definitely part of this. And I skipped ahead, but we got Lucy with Blue Moon Red Wine. If I did this, I'd be here for an hour. And we do have articles to cover. Okay, Seb Solomon, Gnomes for Truth. Everyone in the Discord community knows Seb's very well. She writes fantastic Medium articles under Gnomes for Truth. It used to be under a different name, but she renamed it. Love her stuff. She's been doing great work into crypto and deep diving into exactly what the benefits or the drawbacks of crypto are, and where the dangers and pitfalls are, and how it is really just another version of a digital central currency, not as decentralized as it's being sold. But follow her work for sure. Gnomes for Truth, Medium. She's also going to be co-publishing to the Indie Left into the Indie News Network Substack. We've got Colin Radix Carter, who's probably in the chat right now or was before. Kamalo Makwano. I've said it like 100 times and I still get tongue-tied with it. Focused on East Africa issues, but he's also going to be doing some other streams. He's talking to some other folks locally about teacher issues, education issues, about economic issues, general strike issues. Colin himself is a preschool, pre-K teacher, I believe. So he brings a really interesting perspective, and I love his stuff. Colin and I have known each other for a year and a half. We met through the Discord community, and we both started our shows pretty recently, and he fits perfectly with what we're trying to do here and who we're trying to reach. So we're so glad to have him part of this, and welcome to the family. And this is what we're building. It's a family. And then we've got Tatami, and Tatami's so spiritual, and Tatami's diary. She's been on YouTube a little longer than some. She's got almost 2,000 people following her, and she does crafts. She makes art, and she gives her take. She only really started paying attention to politics a year and a half ago, I think she said, or not that long ago. But she figures out a way to tie it into stories, and I love her videos. I think I can't hear you for a second, Reef. I don't know if you muted.
I got you.
You're good. Yep. So then we've got Noli D. Noli D, everybody seems to know Noli D to the point where she started a channel on YouTube, and she's bigger than all of us. She's incredible. We love her. She also supports tons of people on the back end. She works with the Police Accountability Report. She works with the Real News Network, and she's a connector. She's just one of those people who are special on the back end. And but she also has a YouTube channel, and she puts out videos about police videos and holding police accountable, and we love her channel as well. So she's certainly welcome, and so glad she also decided that she wanted to join. I think everybody knows Daryl from Black and the Empire on Twitter. So when I heard that he was going to be starting a channel and starting to do some videos, when I saw him on the Fred Hampton Leftist stream, I said, "Oh my goodness, well there's got to be a spot for Daryl here in INN." So if it, by all means, and one of the things that Daryl said in our first call was that, some of the tech he doesn't really know that well, and that was preventing him from maybe wanting to do streams and going live. And we're like, well, that's kind of what the network is going to do, is you're going to be able to have the resources to get the skills or have the help to be able to do what you need to go live. We're going to have producers, and we're going to have graphic editors, and we're going to have audio editors, so that we'll be able to back each other up, and we'll be able to pull our resources. Of course, you've got Independent Left News and leftists.today. Of course, and how did we miss that? We'll be a part of the network, and we are co-streaming right now to Indie News Network, YouTube, and to all 4 of the properties. We did not do an Odyssey one yet. I don't think we can go live yet from Odyssey. And then we've got Uncle Warren with Extra Bulla. Extra booyah! Extra booyah! Wardeer Entertainment. We love his stuff. He's just comic relief so far. Extra booyah. He's a place to hang out and cut loose. Reef was on the show this past week. He's also interviewed Misty, and he's had Fiorella on. He's gonna have Rick Overton on soon. I know he was with Franco this week, and everybody can just kind of relax and shoot shit and talk a little bit of stories and a little bit about their background and how they arrived at where they got to, and things that you don't necessarily hear about when you're watching their channel. So that's a lot of fun. Then you've got a couple of other writers. The Dissident, he writes the Substack called The Dissident, the 307.substack.com. By all means, check that out. He's also co-publishing to the INN Substack. And then just today, Kobe from the Pro Peace Report did an environmental panel at the U.S. At the Fred Hampton General Strike Summit. See,
words.
I just got tripped up. Words. And he also published and did an article and a video on his channel, his Substack, and to the Indie News Network stuff. So yeah. Wow, that was a mouthful. I said a lot. But yeah, we're really excited about all of this. This is a new thing, but this is going to grow. We are planning on filing as a nonprofit organization. We are not looking to make bank from this for anyone. What we are looking to do is benefit the rest of the community from this and to donate proceeds or to donate them to the individual channels and support all of these channels to help them be able to get the tech that they need and be able to get all the things that they need. But again, as a charitable org, we could potentially take some donations and apply for grants. And that's something that Noli has talked about having experience with. So I'm excited for all of this.
Me too.
And I'm ready to take on all the added responsibility, whatever it is. And hopefully it's not going to be very much for very many of us. I mean, we've got the creative pretty much built. We've got the channel set up. Somebody needs to maintain that. We'll work on finding some channel managers, and all of us work collaboratively.
Musicians and stuff like that would also be nice. Web devs, like we've got a list, but
and we'll all work collaboratively together. We all have a network of resources who can work together to try to build this thing. And as we take in money, not for profit doesn't mean not for money. We will be able to pay people and not just do everything on a volunteer basis at some point. So not yet. This is all volunteer right now. We're all just pooling our resources for just dedicating and donating our time to it, because it's really we all see it as a value add, and that could be important for all of us, and to help us all grow, help us all get the right messaging out, and help us overcome the algorithm and the corporate machine that's trying to hold all this independent messaging down. And maybe by amplifying each other's messaging and having our audiences overlap and work together, we can overcome some of that. So again,
did you see my microphone shirt for INN?
Oh,
this one.
Snap! Look at that, man. That's sweet.
This is an old one I've had forever, but
wow,
it works. So, but I just thought it was funny. I didn't even notice it till just now. I was like, "Oh, I'm wearing the INN microphone."
Oh my goodness! Look at that. So, this is the website. It's indienews.network, INDIE news.network, or linktr.ee /indie news network. And this is the links to all of the channels that are set up. We did set up a Patreon that, again, still trying to figure out exactly what the donations are going to do. Right now, I don't even think that we're hooked up to a bank account or PayPal or anything. Anything, we can just hook it up to Indie Left, and I will get it over to whatever we set up.
Well, you better get hip to Indie Left. Indie Left. indieleft.news.